In the 16th century, Leonardo da Vinci was creating maps similar to the ones taken by today's satellite images. Leonardo designed several mechanical flying machines with flapping wings, and he also designed a parachute and a lightweight hang glider that could be flown. His notebooks also contained designs of cannons that could hurl small stones like a storm. One astonishing trait of Leonardo da Vinci was that he used to write with his left hand, and he could write his writings in mirror script, inverted letters. He had written that in order to obtain correct and complete knowledge, he had dissected more than 10 human bodies, removed all the organs, and separated the fine parts that surrounded the nerves. This suit enabled divers to go deep underwater, and it was a prototype for modern diving suits. The woman depicted in this painting has been the subject of speculation for centuries, particularly due to her mysterious faint smile. Leonardo da Vinci was a painter and a student of every aspect of science. His natural genius spanned many different fields, which is why he is also called a Renaissance man, a great person of the Renaissance period. Today, he is most famous worldwide for his two paintings, Mona Lisa and The Last Supper. Leonardo mostly taught himself, and he wrote numerous inventions, observations, and theories in his secret notebooks. These covered topics from aeronautics to human anatomy. His intelligence and imagination gave him the power to create many remarkable inventions, such as the bicycle, helicopter, and a flying machine based on the structure and flight ability of bats. Leonardo da Vinci was born in Anchinet, Italy, near Vinci, which is why he is known as Leonardo da Vinci. Initially, he was just called Leonardo or Second Florentine because he lived near Florence and was famous as an artist, inventor, and great thinker. Did you know that Leonardo da Vinci's father, a lawyer and notary, and his mother, Caterina, farmer, never married? Leonardo was their only child, but his parents had 17 more children from other relationships, making them his step-siblings. When Leonardo was young, his mother married another person and started a new family. From the age of about 5, Leonardo lived with his father, Shapiro, his uncle, who had a deep connection with nature, played a major role in raising Leonardo, and it was this love for nature that Leonardo adopted. Leonardo received only basic formal education, including reading, writing, and mathematics, but his father recognized his artistic talent. Around the age of 15, he was sent to Florence to be an apprentice to the famous sculptor and painter Andrea del Verrocchio. For nearly a decade, Leonardo refined his painting and sculpting techniques and also trained in mechanical arts. In 1472, at the age of 20, the Painters Guild of Florence offered him membership, but he remained with Verrocchio and became an independent master in 1478. Around 1482, he began his first commissioned work for the San Donato in Cappia Monastery in Florence, creating the painting Adoration of the Magi. However, he never completed this work as he soon moved to Milan, where he began working for the ruling Sforza family. The Sforza family asked Leonardo to create a grand bronze horse statue in honor of the founder, Francesco Sforza. Leonardo worked on this project intermittently for 12 years and had prepared a clay model by 1493. However, due to the war situation, the bronze was repurposed for cannons, and when the Sforza family lost power in 1499, the clay model was destroyed. Few of Leonardo's paintings and sculptures have survived to this day as he made very few paintings. However, 2 of his remaining works are the most famous and beloved paintings in the world. The first is The Last Supper, which he painted between 1495 and 1498 in Milan. It is a tempera and oil mural painted on plaster. The Last Supper was created for the refectory of the Santa Maria del Grazie monastery in Milan and is also known as the Cenacle. It measures approximately 15 by 29 feet and is Leonardo's only surviving fresco. The painting depicts the moment when Jesus tells his disciples that one of them will betray him. and it is renowned for its detailed representation of the emotional expressions and physical gestures of each disciple. In 1499, when the French forces invaded Milan and the Sforza family had to flee, Leonardo also left the city. He probably went first to Venice and then to Florence. In Florence, he created many portraits, including the famous La Gioconda, Mona Lisa, painted between 1503 and 1506. The woman depicted in this painting has been the subject of much speculation due to her mysterious, faint smile. Initially, it was believed that the woman was Mona Lisa Girardini, a court lady, but it is now believed that she was Lisa del Giocondo, the wife of a Florence merchant, Francesco del Giocondo. Today, this portrait is housed in the Louvre Museum in Paris, where it attracts millions of visitors every year. Around 1506, Leonardo returned to Milan with a group of his students and disciples, including young nobleman Francesco Melzi, who became his closest companion until Leonardo's death. Leonardo spent several years in Milan, followed by 3 years in Rome. Leonardo's interests were not limited to art. He studied nature, mechanics, anatomy, physics, architecture, and many other subjects. He designed precise and functional designs far ahead of his time, such as the bicycle, helicopter, submarine, and military tank. Perhaps due to his many diverse interests, Leonardo was unable to complete many of his paintings and projects. He spent much of his time immersed in nature, testing scientific laws, dissecting human and animal bodies, and reflecting on his observations, which he recorded in thousands of pages filled with detailed sketches and deep notes. Leonardo's remarkable ability to write with his left hand and in mirror script made his writings very difficult for others to read. These notebooks are commonly referred to as Da Vinci's manuscripts and codices. After his death, these notebooks scattered, but today they are preserved in museums. For example, the Codex Atlanticus contains a 65-foot-long mechanical bat design, essentially a flying machine based on the bat's physical structure and the principles of aerodynamics and physics. Other notebooks include studies of human skeletons, muscles, the brain, digestive system, and reproductive system, leading to a new understanding of the human body. However, these notebooks were not published in the 1500s, so Da Vinci's creations had little impact on scientific developments during the Renaissance. In 1516, Leonardo da Vinci permanently left Italy. King Francis I of France made him premier painter and engineer and architect to the king, giving him the opportunity to live in a beautiful house near the Château du Clos-Luce, where he could paint and draw at his leisure. Leonardo's disciple, Melzi, also accompanied him, and Leonardo left him his estate. However, some letters from the time suggest that his final days were not very pleasant. In 1519, at the age of 67, Leonardo da Vinci passed away in the Château du Clos-Luce. He was buried in the nearby St. Florentine Church, which was largely destroyed during the French Revolution and demolished in the early 1800s, making it difficult to find Leonardo's exact grave.